Talk about that. I want to tell you that this next segment sponsored by Shanahan's Steakhouse. For every special occasion, weddings, rehearsal dinners, anniversaries, what have you, Shanahan's Steakhouse is truly the place you should go for a special experience.
Have you been there recently? Just to interrupt you.
I was there yesterday with you. Yes, I was.
Funny, I didn't get an invite to that.
Oh, you should come.
Yeah. So treat yourself and others and make a reservation today at Shanahan's Steakhouse. It is a very special place with
Shapiro over here.
Okay, guys, the Nuggets have a problem.
Yes, they do.
The Nuggets have a big problem.
You're reading that off the iPad?
Well, I'm reading it from your newspaper, our newspaper, the Denver Post.
Chris
Okay.
Dempsey.
Let me get to the story here.
Well, I know what the story is. He
it.
was arrested for drunk driving after a charity event last night. The charity event ended at 10 o'clock. He was arrested at 1:15 in the morning.
And the charity event,
it's kind of like going back to Watergate. What happened to those 2.5 hours? And he was on Park West, which I'm not CSI, but I'm relatively.
There are a few
I like
bars
Sherlock
there.
Holmes.
Yeah.
And tell me what leads. Where does Park West lead? It leads to Lodo. It leads to the bars downtown. Where was the charity event? It was probably.
Okay.
All right,
let me just read so everybody knows. From the Denver Post, this is from Kieran Nicholson and Christopher Dempsey. Ty Lawson arrested early Friday, suspicion of drinking and driving. He was stopped at 1:19 a.m. He was doing 61 miles an hour in a 35 miles an hour zone on Park Avenue West.
Attention to himself.
His speech was slurred. Quote, his breath had a strong odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage. Balance was swaying, stumbling, eyes were bloodshot, watery, and he could not hit a three-point shot. Oh, wait, he does that sober also.
Creepers.
Oh. Boy, you're coming down hard on him.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right, you cover the Nuggets. You were the beat writer. Yeah. What does this mean? Are we surprised? But he did admit, Ty has admitted, I believe he was stopped for a DUI in Missouri, and he did have a domestic violence issue at one point a little while ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is not an angel. He has not been an angel so far.
Well, he also had an incident while he was in school in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
And so that was not the Missouri situation. He was arrested while he was in school for driving underage and drinking. And so there's a history here. I mean, one time, it's a fool me once kind of situation.
Right.
And I've got more information, but I know that Benjamin knows a lot more about it than I do.
I'll just say, guys, it's just frustrating because Ty Lawson, if you take that stuff out of it, Ty the guy is like one of the nicer guys in Denver sports.
Well, that's what everybody thinks, but I'm going to tell you the other side.
Yeah. You know what, Ben?
No, but I'm not. But all right, I just wanted to say that.
You traveled with the team.
Yeah.
All right.
Believe me.
He has a reputation.
He does things
staying out a little too late.
Right. But not every player, many players do that.
Not
the difference
just
is
staying out a little too late.
He made the dumb decision to drive. That's the difference.
He has a reputation of being a little too much of a partier. And the Nuggets do worry about that a little bit.
Well, I mean, true. But, I mean, we're making it sound like this is the first time a sports team's ever had a guy that's known as a partier. I mean,
there are quite a few athletes.
Every newsroom.
Let's forget partier. Yeah. I lived in the same neighborhood where he lived. I have very good friends. I left. Jim Tracy lived a couple of houses away from where Ty Lawson lived. A number of players lived in that area.
Anthony Carter lived there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kyle Orton lived there.
Kyle Orton lived there.
And there weren't any issues with any of the players of the Nuggets, the Broncos who lived there, former Broncos. There was only one problem with one guy, and neighbors would complain all the time. I'm giving you some personal information here. And the police were called out. The homeowners associations, the gated community gave them warnings. And the nice guy you're talking about, there was some retribution involved of people that were calling the homeowners association or the police. And it was not nice. It was not the reflection of a nice guy. It was a reflection of a punk.
That's the shit.
Punk.
Eggs and
you know
toilet
what? I say there's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde here. Nice guy and a punk.
No question.
That's what I'm talking about. Because you go to a charity event. Well, you ruin everything that you did going to a charity event sponsored by a radio station here last night, and then it ends, and then nothing good ever happens at 1:19 in the morning or after. You know that.
Wow, you clearly weren't with me last night.
Once in a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Depends on who you're with.
No, but let's be serious. I mean, what we're looking at here.
I'm hanging out with the wrong people then. My whole life.
We're looking at a situation. What I was getting at earlier, Les, is that clearly there are guys like Ty Lawson on every sports team that like to go out and do stupid stuff late at night. But it comes down to this, whether they're doing stupid stuff 7 days a week or 1 day a week.
And how it's affecting their play the next day.
I'm just getting at the drunk driving. I'm just saying, regardless if you go out all the time or one time, they should understand that they should never drive drunk. Like, that's it.